What's up, YouTube? SimplyUnlucky, and today we have a very epic deck profile for you guys for the epic duel of destiny between KAIBA and Insane Zane. And then I want to ask you guys to check out the channel and subscribe for more amazing Yu-Gi-Oh videos. And so a couple things before we get into this deck profile. Shout out to SimplyUnlucky.com. We will be doing a bundle that has the entire deck that we used for this duel. So you guys will actually be able to purchase this individual deck, and those sell up pretty quick, so you guys definitely check that out when you get a chance. It will contain the new KAIBA sleeves too, so pretty cool. Oh yeah, and the deck box, because that goes with. So very exciting deck here. We did something a little different for this duel. I actually usually go through all the different videos on YouTube and be like, how do you play this deck? How do these other people play the deck? What are the combos? This time I actually just worked directly with Simply Rick and just kind of learned the deck by just playing it against Alex. And so it was a different learning experience, and I feel a bit closer to the cards because we figured out each other by working together. The cards and I. Anyways, so yes, this is the Chaos deck. We may have cheated in the duel, you guys. We may have made some mistakes, but hopefully you guys can bear with us. Of course, we're just trying to have a good time and show you guys the power of some of these new cards. And we'll kind of I'll get to some mistakes we were making here in a minute. But so, first card we have is Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon, not Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. I apologize to you guys for saying that 1,000 times in the White Dragon Abyss video. Trust me, as I watched the edited version, or as Rick was going through the editing, I was with him where I was just like, dude, I'm sorry, this is terrible. And he's like, you're telling me. So I apologize for that. So first card here is Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon. We have 3 of these in the deck, and it's a pretty dang good card. 8-star Blue Eyes Dragon, and it says here, when this card can be ritual summoned with chaos form. Must be ritual summoned. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects, and also it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. If this card is ritual summoned, so that's kind of that first chaos kind of epic effect there. Can't be targeted and it can't be destroyed by opponent's card effects. So it's already pretty good. But it does die to those mass mirror force bounce crazy cards. But we weren't really using defense. This is kind of full out an offensive brawl that Alex and I were having with these 2 decks. Just so, because we wanted to show you guys the power, not show you how trap cards stop you from using the power and that kind of, we weren't showing you like a format duel, if that makes sense. So then the next part is the important part. If this card is ritual summoned using a Blue Eyes White Dragon, so make sure it's a Blue Eyes White Dragon, when it declares an attack, you can change the battle position of as many monsters your opponent controls as possible. And if you do, the attack and defense of those changed monsters becomes 0. Also this turn, if this card attacks a defense, inflict piercing. So it has piercing as well. Overall, pretty crazy effect, because if they have 2 monsters, it's game over if you have Chaos Max and Chaos Dragon out. So we'll talk about that now. So really good effect there. Can switch them all. Very powerful. So there's 3 Chaos Dragons. So next is Chaos Max. And this guy's been out for a while, but I haven't talked about him before. So here we go. Ritual summon with Chaos form. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Also, it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effect. So that is the Chaos effect. Alright, next part. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict double piercing damage. So, double piercing, meaning if it has 0 defense, normal piercing would inflict 4,000. So now you deal 8,000 damage from 1 attack. So, Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon attacks, changes the monsters to defense position, or if they're already in defense, they would go to attack and you wouldn't inflict piercing. Way to get around that, I guess. But they're going to take like 7,000 in that scenario. Still cutting it close. Anyways, Blue Eyes Chaos will attack, switch the monsters to defense position if they have 2, so this will deal 3,000, and then Chaos Max will attack the second monster for 8,000 piercing damage because it'll be in defense and have 0 defense. Absolutely crazy, just so you guys understand how that works. And then don't forget about that epic effect of being Chaos Ritual, which says can't be targeted. You can't target this card with card effects, and also cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effect. So it has to be some sort of massive removal or bounce that doesn't have destroy on it. It has to be sent or something like that. So very powerful cards, you guys. Overall, Chaos Max Dragon not really holding as much value, but Chaos Dragon definitely holds quite a bit. So pretty sweet. Though they did make it easier to pull in the boxes for sure. We have 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. If you guys don't know what this card does, it's a legendary dragon that's powerful in destruction. Only SimplyUnlucky's face this awesome creature live to tell the tale. Hence all the KAIBA decks and all this stuff. Just if you guys didn't know as a fact. Very powerful card there, Blue Eyes White Dragon. So from there, we decided to go 1 Blue Eyes Solid and 2 Blue Eyes Alternative. Definitely want to play 3 Alternative Dragons. Card is insanely powerful. I haven't really experienced the power of this card until we did this duel, so it cannot be normal summon set, must first be special summoned from your hand by revealing a Blue Eyes White Dragon in your hand, and then you can only special summon 1 Blue Eyes Alternative per turn. And in the graveyard, this guy's name also becomes Blue Eyes White Dragon, and on the field. So Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field and in the grave, so you can use Chaos Form while it's on the field or grave. Once per turn, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls, destroy it. This card cannot attack the turn you do that. Doesn't matter if it's going to be Fusion or Xyz Summoned or Synchroed or whatever. So, insanely powerful card. You probably want to play 3 of those in every Blue Eyes deck. Just saying. Solid Dragon's pretty good at negating effects. So when it's normal or special, target a face-up monster your opponent controls, negate its effects. Period. So it's just negated now. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can shuffle this card from your field into the deck. And if you do, special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck. And you can only use each effect once per turn. So pretty good. Negating effects, destroying cards, bringing out Blue Eyes, becoming Blue Eyes. I'd say definitely Alternative's better, hence the value, but still very fun card to use. And by the way, this is a very valuable deck, you guys. I know Bingo has been flying up in value. We seriously sold out of those so quick. I apologize to the issues that we had with that card because you know, we had 5 cases and I thought we'd get at least 6 of each Ultra from each case because that's the usual ratio. But then Konami now short prints Ultra Rares from Duelist Pack. That's new to me. Why not just create a higher rarity so we're not all confused? And yeah, so I apologize to those who experienced that. Should never happen again. I'll make sure I know pull ratios from now on. The White Stone of Legend is in here, along with 2 White Stone of the Ancients. Don't really need to go over those cards. The basic fact is they bring out Blue Eyes when they're sent to the grave, and they're sent to the grave either through like a Dragon Shrine or some sort of wombo with Blue Eyes. The whole issue with this deck is we decided not to have an extra deck because honestly this deck was overwhelmingly powerful if it had an extra deck. And so this is just a straight ritual Blue Eyes deck, and it still could stomp on Alex. I realize there's the whole thing going on with like defense and whatnot, but still, I mean, they have to use like those Mirror Force cards that are massive removal that doesn't say destroy. They have to use untargeting removal that does not destroy. It's still particular about how you're going to destroy these things. And so, just a very powerful deck. No extra deck, guys. No extra deck, and this deck was stomping. Manju of 10,000 hands to search out either the Ritual or the Ritual monsters. Just really, really good. That card's always been good. And those are first edition from IOC. Booyah. So now for the spells, we all both decided we'd play 1 banned card, and of course that is Pot of Greed. But what does it do? This is the rare version. The rare version allows you to draw 2 cards, I believe. Common is 1. Super is 3, and so on. So ultimate rare, I heard, is 5. But yeah, so Pot of Greed, very powerful card. We'll go ahead and keep these kind of moving here. So we did 1 Pot of Greed. We did a Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn, of course, bringing back Blue Eyes when they're used as fodder for Ritual. Just, of course, it's all about OTKing. This is a 1-turn kill deck. It's about just going, boom, you're dead. So, enemy controller, because KAIBA likes to control his opponents with enemy controller. Honestly, I just felt like I had to play 1. We played 1 Rage with the Eyes of Blue. This card is hilarious. It's extremely bad in some situations, but in others, it's game over. So you'll see it actually get pulled off in the duel, possibly. So be ready for that. Rage with the Eyes of Blue. I mean, I would play 1. Why not? This deck could discard a whole bunch of cards anyways. I don't know the deck list of Blue Eyes decks. This is just something Rick kind of told me to try with, and then I just added to it. So Dragon Shrine. I mean, you put one of these eggs in there, or stones, and it allows you to get a Blue Eyes to your hand in some sort of way there, and then you can put another in your grave, or get alternative there. The easy way is you get 1 to your hand and then get 1 in the grave for Chaos Form. It's just wombo combos. Trade in for consistency. I mean, these guys are 8 stars. I don't understand. I've never seen like an 8-star 4,000, but whatever. But yeah, these guys are 8 stars, so trade in works. Didn't want to play too many though because we only have 9 8 stars. We have 12 8 stars. You could probably play 3 trade ins, but I mean, this is out. So why would you not play card destruction in this deck? This is honestly an incredible card. So this can potentially be like trade-in, but it can also put your eggs in the grave, and you can wombo off the eggs. So definitely should play card destruction. From there, 3 chaos forms, of course, because you can use your fodder from the grave. 3 advanced ritual arts. So let's talk about the duels. So Alex beat me like 14, 12 times in a row. Cyber Dragons were just going off, and I was like, why am I feel like I'm slow? It's because I thought advanced ritual art was you had to have the normal monster in your hand. I didn't realize it sent it from the deck. Literally made the card 10 times better. So all of a sudden, KAIBA was like easy peasy. But I mean, when this card was just like it was basically a normal ritual. I don't know what I was thinking. Why would I play this card if it's just a normal ritual card to bring out Blue Eyes? I don't know. But yeah, it actually sends them for this. I'll just read it real quick. Can you use a ritual summoning 1 ritual monster? It must also send normal monsters from your deck to the grave. So I was sending them from the hand. That's terrible. By the way, if you didn't know what Chaos Form does, use the ritual summon a Chaos ritual and then tribute monsters from your hand, field, or banish a Blue Eyes or Dark Magician from your grave. So. And then 3 Melodies of Awakening. I had no idea this card was like this good. I mean, this is my first time really playing like a hardcore KAIBA deck. I get like maybe an actual competitive one will be a bit different from this. But this deck is still literally amazing. Like, if your opponent doesn't have a trap to stop you, you win turn 2 or 3 every time. You can't stop it. So, 3 Melodies, discard 1 card, add 2 dragon monsters with 3,000 or more attack, 2,500 or less defense. What? It can search out Chaos Max and Blue Eyes Chaos. And it can search the Blue Eyes. And it can search the Blue Eyes alternatives and solids. Like, what? This card's crazy good. I had no idea it was that good. I know you guys are like, oh, that card's been out forever. But, like, I didn't play Blue Eyes decks, so this card's so good. And then Bingo. Like, what? This is so good. I mean, you guys know what it does. We talked about in the videos. Reveal 3 cards from your deck that meets at least one of these requirements. So I believe you can mix them up, or we may have cheated. And your opponent randomly picks one. You can only activate 1 per turn. Blue Eyes monsters. So Blue Eyes, meaning it could be Chaos, it could be Chaos Max, it could be alternative. If they have Blue Eyes in their names, it could be solid. It could be 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. Or a spell / trap that specifically lists Blue Eyes White Dragon or Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Except Bingo Machine, because you can't go, oh, search out Bingo, search out Bingo. But, yeah. And then, so you can search out Blue Eyes, or you can do, like that said Blue Eyes on it, Melody of the Awakening Drop. That'd be way too good. You can search out Chaos Form. You guys, you can search for a ritual spell with the spell card. Like, that's crazy. I'm like trying to think if you could do that already. But still, it's crazy. Like, what? So you can search out Chaos Form, and you can search out Ultimate Creature of Destruction. You can search out Ultimate Creature of Destruction. All of a sudden, it's like, this is the only way, you can't even, we'll talk about that in a minute, but you could search out freaking Ultimate Creature of Destruction. So good. The card is so good. No wonder it's so valuable, but like, I mean, it shouldn't be over $25. It should be a normal printed ultra rare in White Dragon Abyss. And it should at the most be 25, maybe 30. But now it's like hitting 40 or something just because it's short printed. If you're going to short print a card or make short printed cards, create more rarities, Konami, so your cards look cooler. And like, it should just be the ultimate rare in the set or something. If it's going to be 2 or 3 or 4 per case. I mean, for our cases, it was 2.5. So it's like, dude, killing me. Killing me. Say you got other rarities. Alright, Ultimate Creature of Destruction. Target 1 Blue Eyes monster you control. This turn, that face-up monster is unaffected by card effects. So this does stop those crazy Mirror Force massive removal cards that don't destroy. Except its own. It cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, opponent's monster that battles with it are automatically destroyed. So if they did have the potential to destroy it, they are now destroyed and you're not destroyed, but you still take damage. Learned that the hard way in one of our duels. You guys will be ready for that. That was a very sad duel. And then when it battles, it's automatically destroyed at the end of turn. If you know, and then like that's not all. That's not all. While this card's in your grave, okay, it doesn't say you can't use this the turn it was sent there, by the way. So guess what? You could discard this card with Melody of the Awakening, and you could still activate this effect. If this card's in your graveyard, and you special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon, so it does have to be the regular Blue Eyes White Dragon, which Blue Eyes Alternative becomes on the field, so you will get it off of Blue Eyes Alternative. Remember, Alternative White Dragon, because that's what it names becomes on the field. you can set this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use this effect once per turn. So you can discard it with the Melody, special summon alternative. Sorry, discard it with Melody, special summon it with alternative, and it comes back to field face down. What? So you can search it out with Bingo Go, discard it with Melody, go get a Blue Eyes alternative and a Blue Eyes, special summon Blue Eyes alternative, bring this out. All of a sudden, you got from 2 cards, it's complete protection. I don't know, I'm just like, this deck seems crazy. That's all I'm saying. And this card's good. I don't know why this card's not more valuable. Well, I guess it's holding decent value for a super rare from Duelist Pack, but I think this deck is insane. I didn't realize how good Blue Eyes cards were, I guess, is what I'm kind of talking about from this whole deck profile. And I haven't actually talked too much, so. But yeah, overall, you guys, if you guys don't have a Blue Eyes deck, and I mean, I'm sorry for those who don't have Bingo Machine Goes. I mean, I'm not gonna have Bingo Machine Goes after this bundle sells, I guess, but like, we have more boxes coming in of what's it, a White Dragon Abyss, and so we're gonna have to open a lot of those. Hopefully, getting more Bingo Machine Goes, and we'll try to put them at like a lesser price than the rest of the internet, or something that's not too expensive, because you know I do feel bad that we messed up on some of the orders for you guys. We tried to get everybody 1, that was our goal, but literally, like, I don't know, so many of you guys ordered 3, and we thought we'd get an average of 6 per case. Didn't happen. So yeah, we'll try to get more Bingo Machines Go for you guys, more boxes coming in. But overall, this deck isn't too expensive. Like I was about to say, like this right here, the Blue Eyes alternatives, the Bingos, and the Chaoses, you know, are holding value, obviously. But you guys should pick up one of these. This is straight, this is like pure fun. This was like crazy Yu-Gi-Oh fun. Even the Cyber Dragon deck. I mean, we'll do the deck profile for that after this one. But these 2 decks, once, because Alex, like I said, Alex and I are just totally figuring it out ourselves. We didn't really look up, I didn't look up a deck profile. I didn't look up any combos or anything. Just figuring them out ourselves, and it was pretty fun. Like, this was straight combo, slam it into the throat, dude. Yu-Gi-Oh melee. I don't like, this was pretty crazy. And then Ultimate Creature is a protection card too. So like, that's where I started kind of getting ahead of Alex in some scenarios. The fact that I could search for a protection card after comboing, it's like, whoa. So, and I can not make it a minus because I could discard and bring it back by special summoning an alternative. Whoa, it's like, I don't know, it's just this crazy cards, man, crazy cards. If I said anything that you guys don't necessarily agree with, or maybe I cheated or something because of the different effects I'm talking about, please post in the comments below. Or if I didn't talk about a combo that you guys know about, please post in the comments below. Obviously, playing some White Stones, we could play Synchros. We didn't have an extra deck. This didn't even have an extra deck. This didn't even have an extra deck. Crazy. But obviously, you could play Synchros. Obviously, you could play Xyz because of 2 level 8s. So this is just, it gets even better once you add an extra deck. So this is kind of like a core deck for you guys. And obviously, Pot of Greed's banned. But, I mean, you could very simply add in another Dragon Shrine. Like, Dragon Shrine was beautiful every time I used it. It was like, we send either an Ancient or you send a White Stone, and then you send a Blue Eyes and Chaos Form Blue Eyes. But either way, you guys, epic deck. Again, post in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what cards you could have added, or you would have thought to add, and how you think the deck could be better, or your version of the deck in general, and just, do you think this deck is good? Because I think it's absolutely incredible. And as always, you guys, stay tuned for the... As always, stay tuned because we're always posting videos. Stay tuned for the Zane deck profile coming out soon. I actually didn't even know Cyber Dragons were really good right now either, until I was looking at some of the values of the cards. I was like, whoa, Cyber Dragon's like legit fun, epic deck. And then Alex was slamming me with it in some scenarios, and I was just like, whoa, this is crazy. So Cyber Dragon deck profile coming up next. And also to remind you guys, SimplyUnlucky.com, we are putting these out as bundles on the website. I don't know if that'll be up with these videos, but it'll definitely be up by the time we have the duel up, which will be in the next few days. So I think the goal for the duel will be posted early Saturday morning, so like in the AM. That's the goal. So you guys, whenever you wake up on Saturday, boom, it's there. The Duel of Destiny between Zane and KAIBA. And please remember to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. And again, post in the comments below if you guys have some ideas. And Simply Unlucky signing out.